And welcome to the Format with your boy Matt Jackson, aka Joffrey Killer Baby. And as you can see in the picture, the thumbnail, I'm gonna start trying to do this every week. I don't know. We should try at least to do this. And we're sitting here, and I totally forgot to just do it last night. I got busy with some things. I got to playing WWE and all that, and just, was watching it and all that, and was like, okay, I'm going to talk about it, blah, 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 the next day, whatever. So, it's literally Tuesday. Just whatever. Anyway, so, I'm glad hope y'all are enjoying these shows and everything like that. I've had a great week here at Castle Freak. No. Well, I've had a great day. I've had a great day today. I've had a great weekend. Friday to now, I've spent some time with my kid. I've had, my son's been here. He likes to come over and chill with me and stuff. But, anyway, so we spent time together. We played some stuff. We did, whatever. He did his thing. I did my thing. Whatever. We had fun. But Raw was great last night, I think. Just great. We're starting this week off good. We've got the Royal Rumble coming up in like 2 weeks. I think it's still like 2 weeks or a little less, but whatever. We've still got the Royal Rumble coming up. The prediction video of that should be going out this weekend, but if anything happens until then that gives me more something else to talk about, then I might throw it in. It'll probably be like, I don't know. I haven't saved the video yet, so that's good because I have to go back and, edit in some things if I have anything to say. So, anyway, so that'll be going out. So be looking out for my Royal Rumble prediction video. It's a little bit longer than usual, but we do talk about some things, other things and stuff like that. But, so I've been saying that I want to do something different, like this week in this week in wrestling, but I also have, I don't want to put too much stuff up in the weekend. I have this problem with like clustering my days up, so I don't want to like have the Highest Fuck podcast go up with me and Joe Cool and Brink to go up on a week it goes up on a Sunday, but if I did the end of the week, it would have to go up on a Saturday, I guess, right? Because then I'd have to watch SmackDown and wait for that, so then I would have to go out Saturday. So I'd have to, review Raw, SmackDown, and Rampage. Or I'd probably just do this week in WWE, which would break it down to, Raw, NXT, and SmackDown. And then do this week in AEW, so it's a little bit shorter for that one and the next one. So then whatever. Yeah, so I don't know. I've been wanting to. Maybe it comes out Saturday, and then every Monday, Highest Fuck podcast comes out. Maybe every Monday the Highest Fuck podcast comes out. Maybe that's it. Maybe my weekend things are supposed to be this week in WWE, or this week in AEW. But I'm thinking I could do this video, save it, talk about it, put it up, hopefully today. And whatever. So anyway, let's get on in this. Like and subscribe. Putting a like on the video helps the algorithm. It helps me on YouTube. It helps me grow. I can't grow without a like. I can't grow without, subs. And I can't grow without chiming in. So if you don't watch it for a little bit, give me a view, then whatever. But if you want to dislike it or like it, then either way, you're giving me a view. It helps me out. So, I want this show to be big. Anyway, so we've had Conan from the old WCW days. He's got his own podcast with Disco Inferno, and he has hit me up on the Twitter talking about he's going to be shouting out this channel on his next podcast. So, appreciate that, Conan. K-Dog, orale bato. Anyway, much respect for Disco Inferno, and the Conan, and they're going to be shouting this channel out on their podcast next week. So I'm not going to exactly know what show it's going to be on, but I guess I'm going to be watching all the new ones. Guess I'm going to be watching them all. But anyway, I'll figure it out, find it, record it, put it up on the channel with him saying my name. Anyway, Or saying the channel's name. He's probably just going to say Wrestling Matt Podcast. But anyway, so tonight's WWE Raw opens live on USA Network. With the standard intro, of course, you know. We're now live from the Heritage Bank Center. It's a Heritage Bank Center tonight in Cincinnati, Ohio. Of course, pyro goes off. You know, of course, we had the pyro and all that. Kevin Patrick welcomes us, you know, like he normally does. He's joined at ringside, of course, by Corey Graves. Patrick hypes up tonight's six-way main event, determine the number one contender to WWE United States Champion Austin Theory. And then it's going to be Seth, Baron Corbin, Dolph Ziggler, Bobby Lashley, Finn Balor, and The Miz. But we go right into the ring, and out comes the Bloodline. We had the Bloodline start the whole show off. And Solo Sikoa and the Undisputed Tag Team Champions, the Usos. But we see how Sikoa and the Usos helped Sami Zayn defeat Kevin Owens as well on SmackDown, which disappointed Sami Zayn because he was trying to do it by himself, you know, because he could beat Kevin Owens by himself. He doesn't really need help for that. So he was kind of mad about that, you know, and I feel Sami Zayn on that because, I mean, Sami's trying to prove to Roman Reigns that he's legit, and, you know, if you're sitting here and, like, you know, helping him out, it's not going to help, right? But, so Jay takes the mic and announces to Cincinnati that the Bloodline is in their city. Jimmy brags about running Raw and SmackDown. Jimmy says before Solo puts a beating on Mustafa Ali tonight, they need to address what happened on SmackDown. Jay sends a warning to Kevin Owens and says he hopes he got the message on SmackDown. Don't cross the Undisputed Champion. Basically, you know, acknowledge your tribal chief, you know, as he is another lesser for Royal Rumble. Jay says, speaking of the tribal chief, they have something big planned for Raw 30. There's Raw 30th. Raw 30th anniversary show is coming up next week, and I'm definitely going to be reviewing that one. And so that the show, as every generation of the Bloodline will be there to acknowledge Reigns. So we're talking about a lot of family members going to be there. So I think this is where, when I said Joseph Fatu's coming in, and some of the other ones like Lance Anoa'i or whatever his name is, I can't remember. But anyway, so all those guys, I'm pretty sure they're going to be there at 30. So I'm definitely going to be watching for the Samoan Dynasty to show up. They're going to be there to acknowledge them and stuff, Raw 30. But they will, and then they also, we're talking about how they're going to be facing the Judgment Day when they take on Priest and Dominic for the tag team titles and try, you know, they said they're going to keep the belts and all that stuff, which, I mean, I totally think so. But Ripley says the only thing that Bloodline needs to acknowledge is how the Judgment Day runs Raw. Fans boo. Balor says not only did they run the show last week, they ran the gauntlet and went through the whole division, which ain't much of a division right now. And now they're running straight to the Usos, which is great. The Judgment Day is in the ring now, but Balor praises Mysterio for his performance last week. But Priest says he and Dominic will handle business tonight, while Balor is in the main event. Priest looks forward to bringing the red brand titles back to Raw, you know? Mysterio says he smells fear because the Usos are scared. Well, fuck Dominic Mysterio right now. The only thing we smell is the shit stains on his knees, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, so Dominic calls them wannabes, and Sikoa, it says Sikoa is the biggest wannabe. Sikoa steps Dominic, Ripley just moves in front of him, moves in front of Dominic, and got in Sikoa's face. Sikoa steps back into her face, whatever. Dominic rocks Sikoa. He just hits Sikoa, drops him, and a brawl breaks out, you know. Sikoa and Ripley are left alone in the ring, and Ripley taunts Sikoa and looks ready to attack, but Mustafa Ali suddenly flies off the top with a big splash to a pop. Big old pop, crowd pop. Ali mounts Sikoa with rights, left, beat him down, commercial break. Anyway, so the match that starts off this whole show is Solo Sikoa and Mustafa Ali. And once we came back from like the commercial and all that stuff like that, Sikoa, was beating up Mustafa Ali pretty bad. Like he had the foreseeable future of winning. You know, of course, already seen it, and because we see this like interview backstage with Barnes Saxton earlier, where he said he will fight against Sikoa tonight, whatever. So I mean, they fight. I mean, it's a great match. I mean, Ali fights and holds on and drop kicks Sikoa. I mean, he tries. I mean, so you got Ali keeps fighting and kicks Samoa over the top rope to the floor. I mean, Ali goes to dive. Sikoa meets with him at the ropes with a big right hand. Sikoa comes in with a lariat. Sikoa crawls in 2 count. Blah, blah, blah. Sikoa yells and talks trash to him. They beat him up, beat him down. Ali fights from the apron. So really just some great shit here that happened in the match. So yeah. So basically, like, yeah. They all fight. Sikoa poses in the ring when he falls to the floor. When Ali falls to the floor, Sikoa just poses in the ring. The Usos hit the apron to pose, but the music hits, and out comes Kevin Owens. I mean, so we get a big pop with Kevin Owens coming in. Owens brawls with the Usos at ringside. He fights back and launches Jimmy Uso into the steel ring steps. Ali takes advantage of him. Distraction, hits a tornado DDT on Sikoa. Ali covers for a close 2 count. Ali goes back top rope for 450, but he has to roll through as Sikoa moves. Solo nails him with the Samoan spikes and wins. So Solo Sikoa wins. It's a great match last night. Just really phenomenal. There was a lot that went on with that. You know, like Sikoa stands tall, but Owens like hits him with a stunner. Owens slams Sikoa onto the top of the announcer's table. Owens goes to run the barrier cave for a splash through the announcer's table. Sikoa did like he did last week. You know what I'm saying? So, but officials run down Adam Pearce, hold back Kevin Owens. The Usos and Sikoa retreat. Owens stands on top of the table and he's yelling, blah, blah, blah. The crowd pops again. Officials continue to hold back Owens. And they're talking about let him fight. Sikoa promises to get Owens. So backstage, that was a great showing anyway. It was a great match and all that stuff. So backstage, Bobby Lashley's backstage a promo for his main event. He says tonight's 6-way will be for the formal champions. It means nothing because he is the almighty Lashley. And all that, and that he's going to win, and he's going to go on the Raw 30 and all that stuff. So, back from the break again, and the third return of the vignette of the Cody Rhodes thing starts. We see footage of him training in the Nightmare Factory. The video excludes comments from Brandy Rhodes. It says Cody can do the work. He feels and looks better than ever. So, he's going to be coming back to the Royal Rumble match. Like I said, he's going to be in the Royal Rumble match. Barnes Saxton is backstage outside Adam Pearce's locker room office, and he says Pearce's office has been a revolving door of superstars trying to make their cases for the Royal Rumble spots all day. Elias is with Saxton now, and he's talking about what 2022 meant for his family, and says the time is right, some wrong. And his vengeance tour, it will begin at the Royal Rumble. MVP exits Pearce's door and tells Elias to watch out. MVP warns Elias to not go in there and bother Pearce about the Rumble because the winner is a done deal. Elias goes on about how MVP hasn't been relevant in years. Elias keeps on. MVP will get him a match with the Royal Rumble winner. Elias says it'll be a tune-up match. Still to come, get Street Profits and Cedric Alexander and Shelton Benjamin back from commercial. So the next match is Street Profits and Cedric Alexander and Shelton Benjamin, which they're a good team. This match was pretty good. I liked it. There was a lot. There was a lot in that match. We have the Street Profits won that match. It was a really good showing. I loved it. It was a great match. Yeah, I think what they're doing with Cedric Alexander and Shelton Benjamin is good because I think Shelton's got a lot more in the tank anyway. There's a lot left for him to do, I believe. He's not old yet, so there's a lot to go in with that. So we had that great match. That was great. see. But after that match, the Profits celebrate as we go to replays. MVP is disappointed with the referee and his loss, while the Profits continue celebrating on the ramp. Kathy Kelly is backstage with the Judgment Day. Finn Balor, Priest, Mysterio, and Rhea Ripley. She asks Balor about the main event, and he is ready. She has a tag team match next week. They all forget him. They're ready. Dominic says he spent all day pumping iron in the yard and won't hesitate to hold Rhea. Oh, Lord, man. Just Dominic Mysterio shit, man. He was not in jail for that long. He was overnight. Oh, my God. This shit's just like, just dumb. Still to come is Becky Lynch, because Becky Lynch is here, and she's back commercial, back from the break, and out comes Becky Lynch to a big-ass pop. People went crazy. Lynch says, much as she'd like to chat, she has business to tend to. Lynch calls out Bayley, calling her a goof and a Karen. Bayley doesn't show, so Lynch continues calling her out. The music hits. Here comes Damage Control. Bayley with WWE Women's Champions Dakota Kai and Io Sky. Fans booing the Damage Control, which they're bullshit anyway. Fuck y'all. Y'all did them. They go back and forth, spouting, blah, 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 blah. Ali confronts Dolph Ziggler backstage about their tag team match and all that stuff. And then, basically, Ali just, he hit Dolph Ziggler in the face and dropped him, backstage. Still to come is a 6-way main event. Elias versus Omos was a tragic ending, whatever. So, yeah, Omos beat, Elias. Ain't much to say about that. Let's see. But after the match, Omos stands tall to the music. We go to replays. MVP and Omos stand over Elias now as the referee checks on him. Byron Saxon's backstage with Adam Pearce, asking what's in store for Raw 30. Pearce says he's working on the show, but he promises it will be an unforgettable night, easily one of the biggest in history overall, and even bigger with the winner of tonight's main event going on to challenge WWE United States Champion Austin Theory. Kira Dazal interrupts and he wants to be in the Rumble. Pearce says everyone does, and he has to earn it. So Dazal wants the match tonight to prove he deserves the Rumble, so Pearce can't promise anything, but he will give to Dazal the match and see what happens. Dazal yells out, and walks off, whatever. We see the Judgment Day walking backstage to commercial. So now it's the Judgment Day versus Alpha Omega. I did it again. Alpha Academy. This is a pretty good showing of Judgment Day and Alpha Academy. I thought Alpha Academy almost had the match won. I'll tell you that much. But great showing, great match. Judgment Day wins. Great match. But after the match, Judgment Day stands tall. The music hits. We go to replays. Dominic all smiles and his stalemates regroup. And now there's hype. Next match is Raw Tag Team titles. Patrick sends us on a video package for Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Great. I love these things. I love them all the time. I love it. So I'll pop for that. Martin Luther King Jr. Days are the ones, that, they're just great. I love it. I love respecting people that deserve it. Back from the break, announcer hypes up The Miz up for the next main event. Okay. Then we had WWE Tag Team Champion Io Sky versus Mia Yim. Or Michin, whatever you want to call her. That was a great match. Fantastic match. Not going to go into details about it. These shows are just supposed to be like, talk about it, review it a little bit, and go on about my business. I mean, I ain't trying to be sitting here talking for an hour about Raw. Probably about 20-some minutes. Mia Yim wins. After the match, Kai hits the ring to attack Yim, and LeRae saves her. So that's cool. We get a video on what happened with Alexa Bliss and Uncle Howdy last week, and it's great. Great shit there with Uncle Howdy. We see Raw Women's Champion Bianca Belair walking backstage. Announcers help hype up the Rumble card. We go back to the ring, and out comes Raw Women's Champion Bianca Belair with the mic. She sits there and talks a bunch. Alexa Bliss comes out. Howdy comes out. So it was cool. So we had Uncle Howdy come out too, I'm pretty sure. So, yeah. Uncle Howdy. But that was, see, they got the fighting on the sides. Alexa and Bianca, they got the fighting, and then Bianca puts two chairs, together, and she's gonna do the KOD on her on the chairs. Alexa reverses it and hits her with a DDT on the outside. And Uncle Howdy comes out. It was good shit. Then we had Akira Tozawa versus Bronson Reed, which Bronson Reed whooped that ass. God, he powerbombed him into the barricade. He chunked him here, he chunked him there. He did this down. Akira Tozawa's on the outside, and he ran off the side of this ring and did the shoulder thing. It was dope. Go back and watch that. That match was good. Reed won, of course, but the flying shoulder tackle, it was great. Just all this stuff that happened in that match was I think Bronson Reed and Akira Tozawa was probably one of the best matches on the card. And it was a squash, but it wasn't even a squash. It was a, I'm going to beat the shit out of you, but I'm going to control this whole match, and you're going where I say you're going. It was like squash, but he took his time with it. It was good shit. After the match, Reed sits up as the music hits. Reed stands over tall, yelling at him. Byron Saxton is backstage with Seth Rollins. They're talking about the United States Championship and all that stuff, and how he wants it back and all that stuff, and that he's going to be going to WrestleMania. He even, he even quotes Freddie Mercury and then laughs because he quotes Freddie Mercury on something. And Kevin Patrick still hyping up tonight's main event. We're back with the break. Stops and the announcers hype up next week's Raw 30 special. Number one contender elimination 6-way match is right now happening. After all that's happened, we have a 6-man elimination number one contenders match. Seth Rollins, Dolph Ziggler, Bobby Lashley, Baron Corbin, The Miz, and Finn Balor. And a 6 match. That match was insane. It was a great match. I'm talking probably one of the, that was just good. That's just something that, I would have booked this on the game as well and, been real happy with it. Just been okay, this is what I'm booking because this sounds good. Let's do this. This is the type of match I would book. This is good shit all around. Great shit. Great match. A lot happened in that match. Like and subscribe. The winner of the number one contender to Bobby Lashley wins it. So, fought it. No one cares. No one cares. But Bobby Lashley wins the whole night. So he won that main event match when it could have been. They probably got better ideas for Seth Rollins. But, I would hope. I don't know. But could Corbin have won this and been able to move on and take the belt from Austin Theory? Of course, yes, completely. My thing is, okay, so that's based. That was Raw right there. That is everything that happened on Raw. But what I'm trying to say, people say the Samoan Spike's stupid. No, it's not. It's a foam that goes in your fucking eye. All right, so or in your throat. It hurts. Jam a taped thumb into your throat and tell me if it doesn't hurt. So this whole thing about building up Baron Corbin, again, you got Baron Corbin, he came back with JBL, right? So what are you doing with that? What are you doing with that? You're swindling him again. And now he looks like a Bit Don King, a Bit King, a Bit Don, Bit Don, oh. It's just dumb stuff, okay? I don't know what they're doing with them. You got JBL spouting off the mouth for Baron Corbin. And for what? And for what? You know what I'm saying, guys? And for what? Why are you building up Baron Corbin if you're just going to keep knocking him down a peg? What are you doing here? You're ruining him, okay? The Uncle Howdy spot, great shit. I'm really, really loving this Uncle Howdy thing because not only does it interact with Bray Wyatt, but it also interacts with Alexa Bliss. So now Uncle Howdy is in the women's division. But not in the women's division, but he is a part of Alexa Bliss's stuff. So if he's there and he's in the men, we're going to see more of Uncle Howdy. We're going to see more of this, and that's just great. So I'm glad they've got him in with the women. He's got him in there with the men. So that means we'll see a lot of Uncle Howdy, which is great. But like I said, this show was a great Raw. It was a fantastic Raw. Now it makes me want the Royal Rumble so much more. Because me and Joe Cool are getting together with hopefully Brink of War and hopefully my friend Jay. And we're going to be watching the dang Royal Rumble. And it's going to be probably, hopefully, 4 of us on that podcast. So we're probably going to have the Royal Rumble review podcast will probably be 4 people on the pod. So we've had a great, we had a great Raw last night. It was fantastic. So like I said before, like and subscribe, holla at your boy. I'm on Twitter. Go follow me. Wrestling Matt 12. That's my handle. I'm sticking to it. We've got we've got like close to 200 people on there now. We're halfway to 200 Twitter followers. So y'all keep hitting that. Keep bringing me more Twitter followers. I love each and last one of y'all that have watched my show or checked it out at least once or has given me a like or any of that. So I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. I love you guys. But with that, Raw was great. So I'm not going to really go on talking about a lot, but I really do like what they're doing with Bray Wyatt. I like the Uncle Howdy thing. I like all of that. But the format is out. Like Elvis Presley. See you, bye.